Hi, crafty friends. Melissa Minor here. Thanks so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. Today, I'm playing along with several friends for Simple Stories Saturday, and this is where we all gather a Simple Stories collection and create a layout. Be sure to check out the description box below where I will leave a playlist to all those that are playing along. All right, here is the Simple Stories collection that I want to use today, and this is brand new. This is the Simple Stories Simple Vintage Lavender Fields. I'm also bringing in an Allison Davis sketch that's available over at Scrapbook Generation, and I have this 5x7 photo of my kitty Pepper, and this is like the stance that he's famous for. He looks like an old man, I think, in this photo, so I absolutely love the photo. Now this is going to come together rather quickly because I am following a sketch. Like I said, this is an Allison Davis sketch available over at Scrapbook Generation. I will leave a link listed down below in the description box that'll take you right to the products I used today as well as the sketch. Now this is from her one-page sketches with 5x7 photos. There are 10 one-page sketches that feature the 5x7 photos, and I am using sketch number 2. So I went ahead and cut these pattern papers. I used a variety. I tried to find one that was more like a solid color and then one that was more patterny. So kind of like using an A side and a B side. So I gathered all the pattern papers and cut them according to the dimensions. So in the sketches, all the dimensions that you need are also listed right there on the instructions, which makes it very easy to follow along. So I have these, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pattern papers. And I did go ahead and distress the edges off camera. And then I did mat my photo on a white photo mat, and I distressed the edges of it as well. So now I just need to arrange these. So I'm kind of looking over at the sketch. The sketch is off screen, trying to see how I want to lay these down. And once I'm happy with the placement, instead of picking these all back up again, I'm going to go ahead and just use my tape runner and go ahead and just glue these together because I'm happy with the placement in these. So I'll use the tape runner so that I could pick these up. So if you were doing mixed media and you tape them together like this, you're able to pick them up in one giant piece and do some mixed media. And that's why I originally started gluing them together, as I thought, oh, I'm going to do some mixed media. And then I changed my mind. I have a lot going on with the busy pattern paper, so I'm not going to add mixed media to this layout. I like the way that it looks just the way it is. So off camera, I did go ahead and glue the base down to the white cardstock. I'm using a textured white cardstock today. And then let me go ahead and get my photo down. Now I'm not sure how far down I want this, and I think I actually have it up a little higher. So I'm going to lift this up and move it down just a bit. I'm using a wet tacky glue, and I have it in this fine line bottle, and the bottle I pick up off Amazon, and then the glue, I usually get my refills at Walmart. Each time I'm in shopping, I'll just grab another tacky glue refill. It's pretty inexpensive, and I use a lot of it, and I absolutely love it for scrapbooking and card making. All right, so I've already went through some of the embellishments and picked out a variety of items that I want to use on the layout. I'm using the Simple Stories Simple Vintage Lavender Fields floral bits, and then I'm also using a couple pieces from the Simple Stories Simple Vintage Lavender Fields bits and pieces. So there's a lot of pieces in here. And I'll tell you where my inspiration came from. So there is a title piece that I'm going to pull out here in just a moment and glue down, and that was the inspiration for my layout. So sometimes when I find these titles that maybe it's not something I would normally use on like a day-to-day basis, I'm usually more simple and just keep my titles simple, but I want to use the fun titles that are in these collections. So what I like to do is I will take that title and I will put it in my ChatGPT and I'll say, what photos should I scrapbook with this? And it's like it knows me somehow. I don't understand really how ChatGPT knows so much about me, but it said to scrapbook a photo of my kitty Pepper, and so I thought that was perfect. You can see here I went ahead and created this lower cluster here on the bottom left, and then the sketch also shows a cluster in the upper right hand corner. I'm adding a little bit of foam tape on this floral cluster here just to give the layout some dimension. So I'm going to peel back the release papers and I will add this cute little embellishment. And I wanted to be sure that I overlapped the corner of the photo, but I wanted to make sure his cute little paws were not covered up. So you'll see it touches right there almost to his paw. And then I've added a few other florals there. Here is the title that I was telling you about. This title is the one that I typed in ChatGPT and it said, scrapbook a photo of your kitty. And I thought, well, that's perfect. And I think this says a little wild and, oh, let me look at it again. I think it says, I want to make sure I tell you right. It's a little wild, a lot sweet. And that definitely describes Pepper because he is a little wild and a lot sweet. And the day of this filming, it is his first birthday. So I can't believe it. Our kitty is already 1 year old and we all just love him so much. In case you can't already tell from my YouTube channel over the last year, you have seen a lot of him and he's just adorable. And did you know I've never had a cat before? This is my very first cat. Dale's had cats in his life, but I have never had one and my daughter's never had one either. So we are a little bit obsessed with him, I'd say, because he just brings us so much joy. All right, now I'm gonna create this cluster over here in the upper right-hand corner. So I'm kind of repeating the process. I've gathered similar florals and I'm tucking those under the photo here so that they'll just peek out. And then this larger floral cluster, I'm gonna once again add a little bit of foam tape to give this layout some height and dimension. So I'll add a couple pieces here. Now this is the 2mm foam. That's my favorite adhesive to use. They make a 1mm, 2mm, 3mm. I sometimes think the 1 is just too thin and then the 3 is too thick. And so I think the 2 is just right. I don't know what kind of adhesive foam you use, but that's kind of what I look for as a 2mm for my scrapbooking and card making as well. All right, so I've got both of my clusters completed. Now I'm going to add a couple more little items. I have this cute little Hello Sunshine, and I thought that was adorable. So I love the color that it brings, and also it brings another shape to the layout. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck that right in here. And then I've got this little wordy bit that I want to add to the layout as well. And this little wordy bit says, sweet little moments. And so that's going to work out perfectly for right here. So I'll add that. And then there's also these cute little bees that came in the ephemera pack. They were actually in the floral bits, I believe. And so I'm going to add a couple little bees around the page. I think I'm going to add 2 to the upper right cluster and then 2 to this bottom left cluster. Not a lot. I don't want it to overpower the layout, but I want it to make enough of a statement so where you can see these. Because I do have some bees there on that left pattern paper. So when I was searching for ideas for Pepper's first birthday, one of the ideas that came up was what was that called? Whiskers and Wildflowers. So that's kind of what inspired me to use this paper pack as well, is I was already thinking about flowers and things. So now Allison is really famous for stitching on her layouts, and I love the look that it brings. However, I don't always have the time that it takes to add to the layouts. So one thing that I like to do is instead of adding the stitching, I will add faux stitching, or you could call this just journaling lines. So I'm taking a black Sharpie here and I'm just going to outline each of these pattern papers where you would naturally see the stitching, you're going to see this black. And I think this adds so much to the layout. Now I am able to pick up some of the parts and pieces so that I can get the line all the way underneath it. And I will go ahead and finish these lines up off camera so you don't have to watch me do all of this. But this is where I started in creating these lines, and you can just see the pattern paper just really jumps off the page once I start adding these lines. So I think I'm going to pause the camera here in just a moment and go ahead and continue creating these lines. But do you see how much that adds? Just that little detail adds so much. So that's always an idea that you can do as well. If you feel like your pattern papers just really aren't popping, you can add some ink to the edges, you can distress the edges, and you can also add outlining or stitching. So I went ahead and got all the stitching done, and I was trying to show you that here, but then I noticed several of my pattern papers came loose when I was pulling them up, trying to get all of the stitching or all of the journaling lines. So I'm just going to quickly go in here with a little bit of tacky glue, and I'm going to finish gluing this down. Now the last finishing touch is I am going to add a little bit of splatter. So I'm bringing in some Shimmers paints, and this is called Black Hole, and it's my favorite for black splatters. I do have a little tiny paintbrush that I'm going to use for the splattering. Now if you're ever shopping on the Shimmers Paints website, you can add my name, Melissa Minor, to the notes section of your order, and Shimmers will send you a free paint. And you can add my name to every order you place with them, and each time they will send you another free paint. So I always appreciate anyone that shops my links or uses my name for a referral, as sometimes I receive a small commission at no extra charge to you, and that really helps me out for my time I put here on YouTube. So thank you to all of those that do that. I really appreciate it. So that's going to wrap up today's layout. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I love the way this page turned out. If you liked this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. And if you don't already follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, I would love for you to follow me on those platforms as well. Don't forget to check out the description box where I'll have a link to all those that are playing along. Have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.